And it's yet another beautiful day today here in our village. The sun has risen. Yesterday it was very, very cold in the morning. Also, today it was a bit cold, but the sun came in nicely. So, today we are here checking on our walls. This is how the walls are looking currently. We did three samples. This is the first one that we did. The mixture was 5 liters of sand, 5 liters of soil, that is clay soil, and then 3 liters of water and 1 liter of dry straw. So as you can see, it is good, but you can see cracks. Yesterday the cracks are not showing as they are right now, but as you can see right now, the cracks have enlarging, and it's just nature, and you'll see when soil dries up it expands. So this is how it looks. Mm, I think depending on where you are at, this mixture can work for you, but that's why we've done samples. It depends with the clay in your area, right?
True, because for this one is 5 liters sand, 5 liters clay. For other region, also depending with the type of clay, type of sand, this may actually work. But here, what we've seen with the type of sand and clay that we do have, and if we add just 1 liter of straw, then it will have cracks. Although this cracks, you can say these cracks, you can say they're not as bad as cracks that may put a wall down. Although there's some places like here really shaky. So yes, if you're doing a plaster maybe later, this one can be filled. But since we want very, very small and minimal cracks, that's why we had to do another sample.
Yeah.
So here we have another sample. Maybe you can show them.
Yes, so here we have the second sample, which we did 5 liters of sand, 5 liters of clay, 3 liters of water, and 2 liters of light straws. As you can see, we didn't want to do a bigger sample like the other one because it had already started showing cracks, so we decided to do just this small portion. So it has very, very minimal cracks. There is one here, there is another one here. They are the tiny, tiny ones, but we wait and see as the day proceeds, and you see the way the sun is rising from this side, and then it's hitting the wall. You see how by the end, as the day goes, the way this one will look like.
Sure.
And then now the final sample was this one, which we mixed 5 liters of sand, 5 liters of clay soil, 5
liters of straw,
5 liters of straw, and 3 liters of water.
Yeah.
So this one,
actually this one we also added a little bit of water, so it was around 3.2 liters of water. So
because it was a bit thicker.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one is from the 3. This one hasn't cracked yet.
Yeah, but also let's not forget it's the last one, so it may show cracks the as the last one. So but so far the way it looks good. So we're just waiting. The sun is out, so we are just waiting for the sample to dry for us to be able to see if there are cracks or not. Yeah, but even if we get some minimal cracks, I mean I think it's just okay. Something that can be filled maybe later on. Yeah.
Does it have the same ratio with the other one that we did, like the first samples after?
I think so. Although the first one that we did, I didn't. The mistake we did is I didn't. Did I document it? I don't even remember. But I remember using double the number of straws that we had. And then also another thing that stood out was the length of the straws. It was a little bit bigger than what we have right now. Yeah.
Because from the previous videos, if you've seen, we have been chopping the rice straws like very, very finely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the other one really had like bigger ones, not as big, but we had chopped them, but they were not as small as this ones.
True.
Yeah. So let.
So hoping for the best. Yeah. I mean, the sun, at least it comes from this side. So this is the wall that will get hit first. So I think by around 1, before it shifts to the other side, we'll have already known if
it works.
Yeah.
But you already know, like this one is squatting, that one has already cracked, so that plaster has to go down.
Yeah.
This plaster process really takes a lot of time, because if you're in a hurry, you really won't get what you want if you want walls like ours. But also, if you just want to finish it at this level, this one, right?
Yeah.
It's still okay, you can still work with it, but us, we want to go even further to seal the walls completely, so in case of rains or anything, the wall doesn't get affected really easily, right?
True.
Yeah. But also, if you want to just stick with this one, it's okay, because we think it's good, because you remember the way this wall has come a long way.
Yeah, it's really come a long way. Remember, this was one of the toughest walls because it wasn't really straight from the beginning.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now it's really hard to tell if it's straight or not.
Yeah.
Because from the naked eye, it just looks very, very straight.
Very, very straight. And
Yeah.
I'm happy that you put a lot of pressure on the wall so that it can be straight.
Yeah.
Because if it were another person, they would have just said, let's just go with it. But I'm so happy that you did that for me.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, so see you when it dries.
Yeah.
While the samples were drying, the guys went in, making adjustments in a few places, like the walls inside, areas where the plumbing was done, and so on. Then I went to the garden to get some veggies for lunch. For all of you who have been asking about the garden is doing great. The veggies look good and we love eating them a lot. I'm so happy with the transformation. They are big, leafy, and healthy. We also managed to clear out all the weeds, so the garden is looking neat and fresh. You remember the skirt? After the stones were poured all round, we went in with Maram and Hardcore. We compacted it properly so that it stays firm, prevents sinking, and gives a solid base for any finishing work that will come in later.
Grogon. Ingia tu. Utaingia hivi, uteremkia hapa hivi. Utaingilia hapa kwa gate, uteremkia hapa. Juu inapelekwa pale chini.
Like I mentioned earlier, that for this third coat, we will need sand. And the type of sand you use really matters. You shouldn't use salty sand, and it should be completely dry. If it has been harvested from a water source, give it time to dry out fully, then sieve it to get a fine texture before mixing it with the other ingredients. Salty sand can cause cracks. I think it also applies to stone houses, though I'm not entirely sure. It's something I overheard my husband and the guys here talking about. You can share in the comments if you've had a similar experience. Maybe you use sand with salt and it ruined your project. Let's talk about it down there. For us, the sand that was brought in was a bit wet, so we spread it out under the sun to dry before using it. If you're new here, welcome. We have been building this house for a while now, and there is a full playlist where you can watch the journey from the very beginning to where we are today. Feel free to share your thoughts about the project in the comments, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to join us on this journey. Once the window frames were fixed, there were a few gaps left around them. So here you can see those spaces being filled in. That small window in the middle is the washroom window. It looked a bit too big for the space, so we decided to remove it, create room for a pole that could fit there, and then nail down fito, both inside and outside, just like we did with the walls of the house. After that, we returned the window, and the spaces with the fito will be filled with a mud mixture.
Kasa. Nafaa kumixiwa. Unaona venye tulimix ile ikakaa. Si vizuri.
Na hii ni mawe ama nini?
Gani? Si ndio nyumba ikuwe ngumu. Nice. Hiyo ni.
Usikii wabangu imekatika.
Imeisha yote.
Ai, ndio hii maji ya mwisho.
Hiyo si ni fault hapa.
Si fault yangu. Ndio ndo naoga miguu.
Utatumia maji sasa. Zika utakuwa unatema mate. Unangi hata ukitoa kama tope kenye kameshikilia nyasi unapata imeshikilia.
True. Some of our neighbors were kind enough to bring us sugarcane some time back, and we decided to propagate them. All we did was fill a sack with soil, then place the sugarcane cuttings inside, making sure they had visible nodes. After a while, they developed shoots and roots, and I was so happy to see that. I had never done it before, so I just wanted to test if they will shoot or not before transplanting. Once they were ready, I dug a shallow hole, placed the sugarcane in, and now we wait. Hopefully, in about a year's time, I think that's how long sugarcane takes. Correct me if I'm wrong, we'll be enjoying our homegrown sugarcane.
Shida. Njaa. Alafu
generation yetu hakuna fantasy kama hiyo.
And now that we have gotten the right ratio, we will officially start the third coat in the next video. And that's it for today. Tell me what you think about this video. For the returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch the videos. And for the new subscribers, thank you for joining us. If you haven't subscribed yet, kindly click the subscribe button and let's meet again in the next video. Bye! We shall try again tomorrow.